Hey everybody, welcome to Off
Off Air.
This is the Off Center Comedy radio talk show on
funny.
WCPR. I am Chris Fitzgerald.
I'm Matt Colazzo, and with us today we have a very good friend of ours, David
yeah.
Estrada.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here. I've been the one calling in and giving them corrections on all their mess ups.
Yeah, those actually weren't planned. We actually messed up.
Yeah.
We don't know we're not.
So this week, if we have a mess up,
lore.
who's gonna call in and correct us?
Uh-oh. We didn't think about
Chris, we have him on hand. Like,
Yeah, if anyone listening in the 49 states hears an error, what are they gonna do?
I guess they got to call my secretary.
I guess.
And,
speaking of secretaries, you are the secretary of
I
Off
am.
Center.
Oh,
That's
nice
what you
segue.
do.
I'm the
Yeah.
keeper of the scrolls, as we call it.
Yeah, I don't know why we still call it that.
It's the culture of Off Center, which is what I like about it.
They're Peter Pan references. Is that a culture? Because I still don't know.
I mean,
You know
Peter
they're making
Pan's
another
great.
Peter Pan movie where
Yeah.
it's like a real. Okay, so they did Hook.
It's Pan. They're doing Pan.
Yeah, they did Hook, and I thought Hook was like pretty good.
I loved Hook.
Hook was really good, and now they're doing Pan. Like it seems like the same thing, where it's just like, shut up, Peter. Neverland's not real, but then it is. Like they did that in Hook. That
That's
happened
true.
in Hook.
Is that I haven't watched Hook. Can you guys like?
It's
give
on
me
Netflix.
Can I
Give me-
recommend it? Yeah, I can. It's
No,
really
give
good.
me a summary.
So Robin Williams is like a 4-year-old businessman. He's just like, oh, I hate being an adult. If only I could be a kid forever. And then they're like, guess what, Robin Williams? You can. And then Robin Williams is Peter Pan.
Yeah,
is that-
Robin
wait.
Williams was like secretly Peter Pan, and like Peter Pan came to the real world and grew up and forgot about Neverland.
Yeah, he just kind of forgot. Took a 9-to-5 job.
That's
Is
a
that what
9-to-5
happens
job.
when
Had
you
some
take
kids.
Is that what happens when you take a 9-to-5 job? You forget about
You forget about Neverland,
like,
yeah.
magic,
Mm-hmm.
any sort of happiness.
So to all the listeners out there, write down your adventures in Neverland that you don't forget
Yeah.
once you start co-op and internships.
Yeah, once co-op starts, you're gone. All your childhood whimsy, they just drain it out of you.
I interviewed for a co-op job on Monday.
It's too late for you, man.
It's too late.
I mean, I haven't heard back yet, so I still have hope.
You still have hope to retain the memories of
Yeah.
you and the Lost Boys?
Yeah. me and the gang in the Sandlot.
Sandlot Gang. I've never seen The Sandlot. Is it good?
Oh, are we just gonna recommend movies for this?
This is another movie podcast.
I don't know. Like if I don't like keep it up with things I vaguely understand, you guys are gonna start talking about comic books and
Oh, did somebody say comic books?
no.
I just read the new Flash issue. It's pretty bad. Just read the new what else do I read? I read the new Teen Titans. It was pretty mediocre, and I read the new Captain America. It was pretty good. So those are my things.
Wait, you read?
Yeah.
You know what I do? I instead of reading comics, I just like go on Reddit and then like go to the comic threads and then just like get all the opinions about the comics and be like, well, this is my opinion now.
like
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like more than just Dave. Like it's more. I feel like it's more
The
than
thing
just
that
him.
like, oh man, I get so mad when someone will just be like, oh man, like this run like wasn't that good. I'm like, oh, what didn't you like about it? No, it just like it wasn't good. Can you provide me any examples? No, like it just like the writer, it just like wasn't good. It's like,
Yeah, no,
get that off a Reddit thread. It's like, listen, I don't actually read comics, but like, if I were to read it, I wouldn't have liked it.
So this isn't that is not a conversation with Dave Estrada though. This is someone else. Like
I've never really got into it with
Okay.
Dave.
We only talk about TV shows because that's something that I'm actually a part of. Or, like,
Yeah, actually, well, you just go to the Reddit thread, just like, yo, did you see the scene that this GIF is from? I loved that one.
the only TV show I think I ever not ever, but like I've really ever sat down and watched recently is The Walking Dead, but only up to like season 4, so I'm a few years
That's
behind.
a comic that I actually read, though,
Oh, yeah?
which is funny. But I stopped watching the show.
Is the comic like really good? Like
Yeah, the comic's great, and it's more gruesome than the show too, which is great.
yeah, I read about that. It's like
Yeah.
really graphic.
Yeah.
Really graphic stuff.
I'm actually Walking Dead. I'm up to season 5, but I've watched seasons 1, 4, and 5. I skipped 2 and 3.
Was there any confusion?
That one didn't hit as hard as I thought it would. Okay, I don't watch Walking Dead.
I was legitimately trying to like think back to 2 and 3, and I was like, were those good seasons? I don't remember.
Yeah, they were. They were good.
They were great seasons.
Like at the end of season 3, they ended off them like they went to that Haven.
Spoilers.
They went to Haven. And
yeah, after how many years has it been? If you're not caught up with Walking Dead now, you're never gonna.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. Haven, like the safe place that like.
Oh, wait.
And like the girl like chases the Asian boy everywhere, like writing his name in blood on signs and stuff.
I feel like we're watching 2 different shows.
It's like, do you remember the scene in Walking Dead where they have 19 kids?
I remember in Walking Dead, there was this one episode where Will was doing some shenanigans, and Uncle Phil got mad at him, and that was a really good episode.
That reminded me of the Breaking Bad episode where like it's Michelle's birthday and Uncle Jesse forgot to get her a cake. Like that one was one of my favorites.
Jesse's my favorite character.
Yeah,
Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse. Yeah. No.
It reminds me of Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode where Al forgets it's their anniversary and he's sitting on the couch with his hand in his pants.
Yeah. That was one of my favorites. I forgot that they existed in the same universe. So
really, you know what else exists in the same universe?
What?
So I don't know if you guys have seen these movies, but Straight Outta Compton, the Ray Charles biopic, and the Notorious movie,
biopic,
whatever. How do you pronounce it?
Because he's blind.
Biopic. Wow.
Oh, that was a blind joke.
Yeah.
Wow. Good thing. Wait, no, blind people can hear, so never mind.
Yeah. It's like, what if Ray Charles is dead, right? He can't be listening.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm the fact checker here. Hold on.
He died about 10 years ago, so we're good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like, how did blind people
make such good music?
Find the braille on the walls.
How do blind people fight crime so well?
Oh, see? Daredevil reference.
There
it's just all coming full circle.
Yeah, this is a very referencey week for me. I don't know why. Like yesterday during improv practice.
Yeah, I remember.
Dave was making...
Off Center has weekly improv practices.
On Tuesdays at 9 p.m.
Tuesdays, 9 p.m. in Pierce 116.
And it's they're really open. Like, you can just... They're not really a big commitment. You can just come and have fun.
Yeah. You don't have to, like, be, like, in the club necessarily or, like, really, like, I have to do this to be in the show. Like, they're super open. You just come, do improv for a while, and have some fun. So
yeah, me and some kid I never met before had a gay scene. That was nice.
Before or after improv practice?
So anyway, moving on.
Yo, you got him.
Yeah.
So I've been watching a lot of Nathan For You the past 2 days.
Now there's a circle jerk that I'm not a part of. Cool.
What? It's not a... I was going to talk about it.
No, I'm kidding because we were talking about stuff that me and Chris know about, but you don't, and now it's like I'm like left out because I haven't seen Nathan For You, so like now me and Matt have to find something.
Nathan For You is a really funny show.
Yeah.
And it's the premise of the show is like it's this guy who like goes around to businesses and he like offers them advice. And when I say advice, it's like bad advice, but he like tries to sell it like good advice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny. So like one of the episodes is like he like goes to a gas station and he's just like, okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna charge like 50 cents a gallon for gas. And the guy's like, I'd be losing money, dude. He's like, wait, 50 cents a gallon after rebate.
And he's like, oh.
And the guy's like, oh. So it's like big on the signs, it's like 50 cents per gallon with a little asterisk. And at the bottom it says like after rebate. So everybody's coming in and they got charged full price. They're like, what is this? What's going on? And he's like, well, you have to do the rebate. And they're like, okay, well, how do we do the rebate? He's like, well, you have to mail it in to our mailbox. And like, all right, where's your mailbox? And they're like, well, the mailbox is at the top of the tallest mountain in California. So it's like just convoluted stuff.
Yeah, but it's real.
It's like real.
So
nobody's like none of the businesses are in on the joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's one where he goes to like a frozen yogurt place and he's just like, all right, you're gonna start selling poop flavored yogurt.
Yep.
And the guy's like, I don't know. And he's like, no. You'll be the only place selling it. Any publicity is good publicity. Do it. And the guy does it, and like people stop going there.
He goes to like one of these companies that like claims they can make any flavor, and they actually make a feces flavored edible substance, and they flavor
how. Okay, so like, how do you make something feces flavored, like without using actual feces?
No, I think what he did, it was like black licorice and like chocolate, like a lot of like bad tasting things, and like put them in a frozen yogurt, I guess. But,
well, No, like we don't. He doesn't really explain how. Like he has a company do it. Like, that's not explained.
Oh no, yeah, you go like,
Yeah.
and it's so funny because like he goes to like all different places to help. Like he goes to what's it called? Like a company. They're like, we can make any flavor you want. He's like, well, how about poop? And they're like, well, I mean, yeah, we can make any flavor, but like like you probably wouldn't want that one. He's just like, no, any flavor.
And they're like, I guess we can't say no.
But yeah, it's a really funny show.
and
I like reality shows in general, honestly.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of reality shows?
I mean, I don't think that's really the traditional definition of a reality show.
Well, okay, fine. Well,
It sounds.
I guess
I don't know, I think
I guess that's not a reality show, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, do you watch any sort of like traditional reality television, like
No.
a Jersey Shore style show, where it's just they point cameras at people and they just go?
No, I don't.
I did like Jersey Shore like for a while.
I never actually watched that one.
There-
That's just like a good example.
I like
of
the one. I only saw the season when like they actually went to Italy, and everybody in Italy hated them. they land and like immediately everybody's upset at them, and it's just like, okay, you guys are going to Firenze, and she's like, no, Florence. And he's like, Firenze, and it's like, wait, I'm confused. And it's like, Firenze means Florence, you idiot. Read a book.
I just feel like it doesn't seem that real.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, well, that's
'cause no one
part
in my
of-
life is that stupid.
No, part of the reason I love it and like certain shows like that is because they're so obviously scripted. And
Yeah.
I love that because like they
Oh.
try and play it off like it's not. Like there's one show, one of my favorites. It's like a pawn shop in Detroit. So it's one of those shows. Not like
Not Pawn Stars.
not Pawn Stars. There's another one.
That's
where,
another great show.
yeah. Well, that one they like. It's kind of real where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is interesting. But like the other one where it's just a pawn shop in Detroit. Like people walk in, they're like, you never gave me my money. It's like, yes, we did. He's just like, and they just start going at it. It's like, this is so scripted. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a friend who was like in a reality type thing, for MTV, and like I wasn't in the episode that he was part of, but like some of my other friends were, and they're like, yeah, it was awful. Like it was just like cameras everywhere and like takes. It was like actually filming, but like it felt weird because like we're supposed to be natural, and like that sounds awful.
It's like, hey, Dave, are you hanging out with my girlfriend?
And it's like, cut. Doesn't sound natural.
Yeah, I mean, but I never did like any real filming or acting before I came here, and that's something we do in the club now. Off Center, we
Yeah.
actually make comedy shorts.
Yeah.
And every experience I've had filming has been a ton of fun.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I
It's
guess
'cause-
we've never done an offset a reality show.
Well,
Yeah.
but I just figured it was a good segue to talk about how much I like the experience and stuff like that, because like it's just a ton of fun, and we're being kind of like you did your own stuff before
Can you be more specific?
before coming here, Chris. Like you made videos and stuff, stuff like that, or
Kind of like I did high school projects,
is that
but like
yeah.
in like nothing like real, I guess if you want to call it that.
Okay. What about you, Dave?
I've done quite a bit of stuff. I mean, like,
Oh, yeah?
I don't know, like, I have a friend whose
Oh, yeah?
whose brother is his brother's a producer. So like, I've been an extra in like a few movies.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you mentioned that once.
yeah.
Well,
yeah,
you
like-
live in New York, so a few
Well,
movies that you
also
know
true.
about. You
Yeah,
could have
like,
been in lots
you could
more.
you could just be an extra in like some random film.
Yeah, no, there's definitely most of them are just random like indie films.
Mhm.
Like the first one that we did was this film called Hype Beast.
Hype
You've
Beast.
never heard of it?
You're a
assure
club
you that.
promoter.
Height Beast?
Hype Beast.
Oh,
No,
Hype Beast.
Hype Beast. It's just a 7-foot tall guy.
No, it's referencing I don't know if you guys ever had like sneakerheads in like your towns.
I've
or
heard
whatever.
Macklemore sing about them.
Yeah, because
Is that
like,
like a person?
a hype
with
beast is like another like level of like sneakerhead, or like where it's like all types of apparel almost, and it's like
Can we-
sneakers
can
and
we-
like Obey.
They're always like, oh, he got the Velcros. And
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Can
So
we
it's
can we
about
roll
that.
this back and explain to Matt what that means? That term means.
Oh, I don't know either. I just
No, yeah, I'm just
Oh.
trying to like, it's like, so like a sneakerhead is like, you know, those people that like wait on long lines, like wait for shoes to come out, and like they're really into shoes.
Oh, like people who are really into like. Oh, I guess it makes sense. Sneakers and stuff. I had a friend like that in high school.
Yeah.
I guess my professor is.
Professor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of
Oh.
my professors really into shoes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
like
cool.
he has a collection of stuff.
Interesting.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing
But
you
he's,
said that,
but, he's
'cause I
like
was,
but he's like a normal person.
yeah, I was about to say, like, I was about to go off and, like, say bad things about people who are into that, but I guess that's not fair, so
No,
everyone's
yeah.
got their thing.
Yeah,
What could you say about someone who's into that?
Well,
Oh,
the only thing I could say is, like, I had a friend who was into that. He's like, yeah, I bought these 300 pair of sneakers. And I was like, okay, for what? He's like, yeah, no, I just have them now. It's like, you're not going to wear them. Like, that's
Same
something
thing-
I don't understand
Same
why,
thing can
though.
be said for like a lot of comic book collectors
Yeah,
and like toy
I-
collectors. Let's
yeah,
be completely honest.
I wouldn't consider myself a collector. I have
Yeah.
a lot, but, like, I've read them all. And
True.
I guess with collectors, my only criticism is, like, if you buy one, at least read it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I tried being a collector for like a lot of things, but I can't because I can't get into like the collector mentality
Yeah,
of
like-
not using something.
Well,
that
that's
you
the thing.
buy.
Like, I bought a big thing of, like, action figures a while ago, and, like, they were like, "Oh, don't take it out of the box," and I was like, "Well, how am I gonna play with it then?"
yeah, exactly.
Did I just admit to playing with action figures? Whoops. No, this was like in middle school, like a long time ago.
This was when I was 3, and
Yeah, no, I was like maybe even before that. Maybe I was like 4 or 5.
I
years
was
old.
like I had a $300 and I bought a Kingdom Hearts action figure, and I was debating whether or not to take it out the packaging, even though Kingdom Hearts didn't exist when I was 3 years
It's like,
old.
yeah, when I was like 5 or 6 years old and bought the new 2014 collection.
Yeah, when I was 4 years old, I bought the Age of Ultron collector's edition.
Yeah.
Action figures,
Mhm.
but I didn't take them out the box because I know that.
Oh,
would
one thing
appreciate
I
the
did
value.
once was like at the comic store I go to, there was like one. It was like an Ultron figure, and it like the packaging was like damaged, so it was like
Yeah.
half price. So like the guy who works there is cool. He's like, "Yo, Chris, buy it, like just glue it on, like no one will notice, and then sell it." And then I was like, "Oh yeah," so I bought it. Didn't own a glue gun, and it's just been sitting in my closet for like 4 years.
Why didn't he do that?
He might not have had a glue gun. I don't know. Oh, why didn't he do that? Because his mentality was like, I can't sell it damaged because I'm a business owner, but Chris can sell it damaged
okay.
because he's a stupid kid.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense actually.
Yeah.
What did I collect? I guess maybe like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh yeah.
I think I like pretended to know how the rules worked for a while.
I was like big into Yu-Gi-Oh
Actually,
for a while.
That's probably the one thing I do. Like I collect when I was younger, actually, I collected Pokemon cards, and I feel like cards may be the only thing that like are actually collectible because
Yeah.
they don't come in like dumb packaging that you can't mess up. It's just the actual card
It's just a
itself that you
card.
can't
Yeah,
mess
yeah.
up, which is why.
Well,
like,
yeah, the whole point is like you won't know what's in the packaging. So I guess that
Exactly.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so like
I
I
can
have
dig it.
binders and like binders full of Pokemon cards that like are all really valuable because I went to Comic-Con this past weekend
Uh-huh.
and I was looking at like all the guys selling or all the people selling their like cards and stuff, and I was so upset because I had all of their cards and they're like charging like $20,
Yeah.
$10.
I saw the movie Ted 2.
Ooh, how was that? I wanted to see that.
Bad.
Good.
It was just like, hey guys, we're gonna do drugs and
Yeah.
do dumb things with an animated bear, and the most like heinous like thing I saw and the most obvious product placement that ever happened, and like it's not even for a product, it was for Comic-Con.
Oh, really?
So the movie
Mm-hmm.
is set in Boston.
Yeah.
Just I think like the first one was, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Sure.
So they find a contrived way to force the characters to New York City
Nice.
in October.
Nice.
Nice.
And while they're like stuck in traffic or some, New Yorkie thing, some guy in the streets dressed as a stormtrooper and like Darth Vader or something, like are in front of their car. They're like, "Hey, where you going?" And they're like, "Yo, hey, New York, we're going to Comic-Con at the Javits Center." Like they say
you
a line
serious?
completely naturally, but that's like not a sentence anyone says.
That's hilarious because when Ted 2 came out, Comic-Con wasn't happening, and the tickets weren't even like anywhere close to being on sale.
Yeah, wait, they were advertising something like 4 months in advance.
Yeah. Like, is that not a clear advertisement to you? Like,
Oh,
that is
definitely.
the exact
Yeah.
line. We're going to Comic-Con at the Javits Center. That's like a
We
plug
bought our
for
tickets for just.
We bought our tickets on www.comicconny.com.
for just $130.
And like at that point, is when I knew that I already paid too much to see this movie.
Dude, I think they could have done something funny with that, where it's just like, hey, where are you guys going to? We're going to New York Comic Con at the Javits Center. They're gonna have a lot of great fun, a lot of great prizes. There's a lot of cool food and snacks going on. It's gonna be a great time for the whole family. Like, they could have just gone all out. That would have been funny, actually.
And they didn't. Well, Ted 2 is not a risk-taking movie.
Very true.
Yeah,
I feel like those movies would be a lot better.
I feel like I'm one of the only people, or maybe the only person, that actually likes Seth MacFarlane and like things that he does. Like,
well, no, millions of people do, Dave.
huh?
Oh, you know what I always say to people? Because, like,
Whenever I hear about Seth MacFarlane, people are always like, "Oh, like this was Family Guy's terrible. Ted was terrible.
Dave,
this is
he's
terrible."
a famous comedian. Like, people
no,
love him.
this is the thing I always say to Seth MacFarlane. It's like when I was in 7th grade and watched Family Guy any moment I could.
Oh, no.
Like, it was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was hysterical. And when I watched it then, I was like, oh my god, this is so funny. And when I watch it now, I'll watch it and I'll just be like, huh, yeah. Now I remember when this was really funny. Like, I still enjoy watching it, but it's more almost just, I guess, for lack of a better term, nostalgic, just because it's like,
Yeah, I get that.
this used to be super funny. Now it's just kind of like, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, like in general, a lot of his like material and like shows and stuff and movies are kind of like meh, but he has like some really like good like jokes.
Yeah,
in a
no,
lot of
that's what
them.
I'm saying. Like, I still find a lot of it funny.
Yeah.
Maybe just not as much as I used
No,
to.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and there was just a knock at the door, Chris.
Oh, you want me to go let him in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I heard that knock.
Do you want me to? Can I stay for this one, or should I leave? You know what? I'm gonna leave. Don't answer that. I'm gonna leave so that I'm not in the same room as this guy at the same time, because that would be weird.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, actually, no. I do have to leave. I gotta go get that pizza I ordered. I'm just gonna go let him in. See you guys in a bit.
Yeah, I think we've all like grasped what's going on.
Now it's just me and Matt in the room, and we're waiting for this guy that we've never met before to come in.
So Dave, like, how's your week, man?
It's been pretty good. I mean, it's a short week, which is really nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?
It's a little, well,
How's it
Oh,
going?
hey,
I'm sorry
hey,
to butt in. I'm in the
yeah,
studio.
No, yeah,
I figured,
he just walked in
figured
while
to
we
be
were
on the show.
talking.
You know.
yeah.
How you doing, man? What's your name?
Oh, my name's Brian Duggan. I
Nice
used
to-
to.
wait,
You may. Yeah,
that sounds
the,
familiar.
The Brian Duggan. Yeah. No, I used to be a writer on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a good time. It was really good.
Which sketches have you written?
Well, I was a writer in the early 2000s, so I don't know if you guys are too young or too old, but
I was 5.
All right, well that might be a little too young for Saturday Night Live, but I wrote a lot of cool sketches. Some of them, I would say 0 of them got on the show, but
0.
yeah. Well, because what happened was I had a lot of good ideas, and they just didn't. I didn't see eye to eye with a lot of people on the show.
Like Keenan Thompson. Did you not?
Keenan Thompson. Here's the thing with Keenan Thompson. He's a great guy. I didn't really get to know him. What with him being an actor, me being a writer, I don't believe they mingle. But
They don't mingle.
At all.
no, yeah, I can confirm that they don't mingle.
I haven't been in the industry, so please let me know.
Yeah, no, he seemed, from the few times I met him, he seemed really cool. The problem was I did get to know a lot of people there.
Wait, you didn't answer the question. Like, why don't they mingle? That's not.
Oh, there's a question?
Yeah.
Well, because they're busy acting, we're busy writing, so naturally.
But don't actors like?
I was only there for a few weeks. I didn't stay too long. All right, let me be clear.
Oh, it was that. It
It wasn't too good. It was a
Wow.
very hostile environment. For example, let me give you an
Really?
example.
Wow, an inside look at
Yeah.
SNL here, Dave.
Well,
Isn't that
this
great?
is
yeah.
I wish Chris was here.
This is great for a New Yorker. Well, Chris is from upstate, so I don't think he'd
Yeah.
appreciate this.
Yeah, he probably isn't. But I'm
Upstate New York.
I'm
just to
actually
clarify.
born and raised in Manhattan. Let me just throw that out there.
Yeah, I believe you are, but I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
Chris
absolutely.
I
Fitzgerald.
don't think. No,
Okay, so
Chris's friends actually came to the improv show last weekend and just
confirmed.
flat out told us we're from upstate New York.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another friend of mine from upstate New York is Stephanie Sage. She's also goes to the school.
Is that how you say your last name? Sage?
Sage?
I thought it was Sayeg.
I don't know.
I
don't know anything, man. To be completely
I wish she would call in and tell us.
I also wish she would call in and tell us. She's not going to.
No, she's not. Is she listening right now?
She
Is that who you're texting right now? Very
She might
rudely
be.
while we have a guest.
Yeah,
no.
I was just letting you two seem to want to have a nice conversation. No, it's just. Yeah, no, let's just ignore the guy who was a writer on Saturday Night Live.
Is this what happened at Saturday Night Live? Did this happen a lot
This
to
is.
you?
Let me be honest. Let me give you some stories from the industry. So one time I wrote this sketch, and the way the sketch was written, here's how the sketch goes. I said there's 2 guys. They're sitting at a table at like a diner, like a restaurant or something, and guy 1 says, "Hey, guy 2, this is some pretty good pie." And then a third guy walks out and he says, "It sure is." and the third guy was meant to be played by then President George W. Bush. And the executive producer Lorne Michaels, he says to me, "Listen, Brian, I don't know if we can get sitting President George W. Bush on the show." And I said, "Listen, Mr. Michaels, you're breathing down my neck here. I can't. This is how I envision the sketch happening. I feel like." Well, Lorne Michaels said, "Well, does it have to be sitting President George W. Bush?" And I said, "Well, that depends, Mr. Michaels. Do you want it to be funny?"
No, I think you're fair. Like
that was a fair point.
I can't believe Lorne Michaels. Didn't allow that.
Like, he really, that was the biggest problem, was that he would dismiss a lot of my ideas.
Yeah.
Lorne,
Did you have another sketch like that?
Well, I had a lot of good ideas. For example,
so does this next sketch also involve a sitting or former
No.
president?
That was just a one-time thing, and that was just how I envisioned it when I wrote it.
Okay.
But like one time, I go up to him, I said, "Excuse me, Lorne." He said, "It's Mr. Michaels." I said, "No, my name is Mr. Duggan." Anyway, Lorne, how about for Weekend Update, maybe everyone could like not be wearing clothes. And Lorne Michaels, executive producer, says, "Well, why?" And I said, "Well, Lorne, I don't think we're seeing eye to eye here. I think has a lot of comedic potential." And then he kind of dismissed me, and I thought that was a little rude. I wasn't on board with that behavior, and that was really the first time I said, you know what, maybe SNL, that's short for Saturday Night Live.
Brian,
yeah,
this seems really like a negative. I brought you on here because I felt like you could give us some insight. Like we are the comedy club on campus.
Let me write sketches.
Oh, you boys write sketches?
Yeah, we do.
Let me hear what you got. Give me a sketch that you boys have written.
Okay, so I wrote a sketch where 5 people are sitting at a table.
No, they got to be standing. I'm gonna stop you right there. They got to be standing at the table.
Could I at least explain?
Oh well, let me stop it.
Sitting?
I'm gonna give you some insight. I'm gonna help you make these sketches a little better. 5 people sitting at a table. That's been done before. I've seen it 100 times. I think they should be standing at the table. Don't you?
Yeah, it's a little revolutionary.
Yeah, it's people that hasn't been done
Dave,
before.
You agree with this guy?
I mean, like he's the expert.
I have. Listen,
he's gone head to head with Lorne Michaels.
Yeah,
I'm gonna trust him.
I haven't come out winner of any of those battles, but it's just the fact that I went up against him myself. I think that's a pretty big feat. So 5 guys stand at a table. Go on.
All right. So, we already performed it.
Oh, you performed it?
Yeah. So
did it get a good response?
Yeah, people loved it.
I'm surprised.
I guess not good enough. If
5 guys standing. Think about it.
Okay,
if people liked it, 5 guys sitting at a table.
All right. So
they would have loved it.
Do you want me to go through the sketch and then maybe you could rewrite it better?
I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So lay it on me.
Yeah. So just help me remember it right if I forget.
Yeah.
So it was 5 people sitting at a table playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 guys. 5 guys.
And,
five guys.
The dungeon master is really into it.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the premise of the sketch is.
Wait, let me stop you right there. Is one of the 5 guys playing with a yo-yo during the sketch?
I don't think so.
No.
Ooh.
I remember correctly,
and you sure this one got some laughs? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it got a lot of laughs. Like,
listen, and I don't mean to butt in. If you find my criticisms to be a little harsh, then we're gonna have another Saturday Night Live incident, and I'm gonna storm out after pouring hot coffee on you, Lorne Michaels. But what I think's gonna happen is
you poured hot coffee on.
He said to me, Brian Duggan, we're not doing a sketch where the sketch is just a reenactment of the Civil War. And I said, if you don't think that's comedy gold, I'm walking. And he said,
good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And he said, then walk. So
I feel like whatever's funny is funny. Like I don't want why people want to put a formula to it.
And I didn't get this. This is what really bothers me. I didn't get a chance. I said, let them perform one sketch, and we'll see how it goes. And not even one. I had this great sketch. The sketch is that when I said early 2000s, think of it more of like 2008. I said, how about we do a sketch where Tina Fey plays Sarah Palin? And Lorne Michaels says, I don't know about that. Then Tina Fey said, hold on, let me write it. And Tina Fey wrote, that was my idea for Tina Fey to play Sarah Palin. That was my idea. Although there was some few changes. I said she should play Sarah Palin surfing, and they cut the surfing part out. So it was like half my idea. I thought that would have added a whole new dimension.
In your hands.
I think that's some content stealing going on right there. It's a copyright infringement, in my opinion.
That definitely is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It doesn't say anything in the SNL contract. I've read it. It's on
Is it?
It was posted on Reddit last week.
Reddit. That's the website where they post SNL contracts. Is that what I?
Yeah, Reddit.com.
Brian,
the front
I'll
page of
look
the
into that.
internet.
Brian, you definitely know what Reddit is. Come on, you're out of a job. You're at home. You browse the internet.
I browse the internet. What I do is I go on www.youtube.com, and there's this new hit TV show called Key and Peele. And I watch a lot of the sketches. You know, they have one sketch where it's a substitute teacher, and a substitute teacher walks in. He said everybody's name wrong. I said, wouldn't it be funny if he just said the names correctly? Like, why is there got to be a conflict?
So, like, if it was
You're kind of
just-
opening my mind to comedy right now.
This is the stuff that got me on the show. However, it's also the stuff that kicked me off the show. So, you know, you got to take the good and the bad. Two sides of the same coin.
And the ugly. It's a three-sided.
There's an
die,
ugly. I don't want to sling mud, but Lorne Michaels is an ugly. You know what? Executive producer of
Did you
SNL.
just come on the show to insult Lorne Michaels?
I think he personally offended me by not using the by any of my ideas. So I thought I can instill some. I got some wisdom I can instill upon you boys in your sketch comedy writing endeavors. But if you're not going to listen to me,
You didn't.
I got some tips for you. When you perform sketch comedy, what cardinal direction do you face? North, south, east, or west?
Sort of like any direction the room is.
You don't always face west?
No. I feel like most people.
That's a rookie mistake. I can tell you boys are in college if you're still making that mistake.
Wait, when did you pick up that you had to face west?
It's in.
I feel like I've heard that from a lot of people who went to UCB.
I picked it up in the UCB sketch comedy manual, which I co-wrote. They didn't credit me, but I was there when they were writing
sketch
it.
comedy?
Yes.
I'm in the industry, and I don't even know.
They,
so
they,
this
they
is a
don't do
tough question.
sketch comedy, but like one of the rules of comedy is always facing west because
Always
W's
face
are
west.
funny.
Because think about it.
W's for funny.
Rises in
Yeah.
the east, sets in the west. So just think about it like that.
Exactly.
Wait,
W's
W's for funny?
Yeah, because like it's exactly what Brian was saying.
Yeah.
You just like when something's funny, like with a joke, it's setting. The punchline is
You set the
setting.
punchline.
Exactly.
You set it.
You don't rise the punchline, do you, Matt?
Joke's got two parts. First part, set up. Second part, punchline. You can't have the punchline without the setup, and you can't have the setup unless the sun's setting, which means you're facing west.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, this is comedy 101. This young man right here seems to know what I'm talking about. You, not so much. Your sketch where it's
Wait,
what is
Matt-
it? 5 guys sitting at a table. Like, I'm sorry, but if that's the kind of comedy you're writing, I feel like this is a little inappropriate.
They start off sitting, but you never let me get past like the first. Like you didn't
All right,
even
let me-
explain that.
If the foundation is cracked, then the whole thing's just gonna fall apart.
A house divided cannot write sketch comedy, and I think that's an important lesson that Amy Poehler taught me. Sorry, I get all the SNL actors and writers confused sometimes. You boys are unimpressed me. I'm gonna walk out that door right now.
I'm sorry, Brian. I thought we really clicked, but I guess not.
You young man, you did click with me actually. I'm gonna give you 2 tickets to the next Saturday Night Live show. They may or may not be forged, but just tell Lauren that I sent you. And actually, don't. We're not actually on great terms. I harass him on Twitter. All right. Well, it was nice meeting you boys, and I'm gonna go get that young man outside. I'll send him back in.
Really great meeting you.
Yeah. No, it was a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
I don't get it. You just completely. You didn't support me at all, Dave.
Matt, it's just like I don't know. He was just such a heavy hitter in the comedy world, and I feel like it's good to have that network.
Oh, sorry.
And-
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, Chris, you really missed a great guest. Like I think I'm gonna make it big now. I got his
Did he
business
give you
card.
like good ideas?
Oh yeah, like I think that listening to him was great for me and my comedy career.
Oh, cool.
I think Matt, you kind of dropped the ball on not
Did he? Oh,
picking up on that.
after the show we could like talk shop, I guess, about sketch comedy and figure out
Yeah.
what he talked about if it's good.
I don't think he was intelligent.
Really? He in the waiting room. He told me he was a writer on Saturday Night Live.
No,
he was brilliant.
He was
brilliant.
Dave. He was a former writer on SNL.
Oh, was
Listen,
and none of his sketches got in. Like, let's just make that clear.
Just
I
because
feel like-
his genius wasn't recognized, I don't think that
Yeah.
says anything about him.
I guess so. But
Yeah. I feel
anyway.
like sketch comedy is like deceptively complex.
What do you
Like
mean by that?
a lot of the funniest ideas are really simple.
Yeah,
That's the thing with sketch comedy. It's like a lot of times maybe people think like there's got to be a lot going on, but I feel like most times you take one, like you make a normal thing and then take one thing about it that's weird and then just like
Yeah.
exemplify that, or maybe that's not the right word, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
I really
I think you're trying to mean Trying to say
Except I don't even know. what I'm trying to say.
exaggerate.
Exaggerate. There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Honestly, if it was just me and Matt in here, I would have just gotten a text message from Dave saying exaggerate.
Yeah, I would have called in.
Yeah. So there you go. Good thing you're on this week.
Oh man, classic.
Classic.
I just, jeez, that guy really burned me. I'm gonna have to step out, get some water. You want me to grab you some water, Dave?
Yeah, I'd love that actually.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go take a drink.
All right.
I'm sorry that sorry you guys didn't have
Hit it
good
off.
chemistry together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
be right back.
See you later, Matt. Yeah. I hope Matt feels better.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Brian.
He's from our passing exchange. He seemed pretty cool.
He's a New Yorker, so
Oh, I'm from the state of New York, so that's
yeah,
interesting.
the upstate of New York. We talked about that. We talked about how you're.
Hey,
definitely
did
from
somebody
upstate.
say upstate? What's up, kid? Hey.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Wait,
you're
Chris, who is this?
Oh, this is our next guest, Dave.
Yeah, it's me.
This guy
It's
just
from-
walked in.
from
I
your
didn't know who he was. I
hometown,
thought
man.
he was like WCPR staff or
No,
something.
no, this is actually my landscaper from home. His name's
Pearl River Landscape, and it's me, Oscar.
yeah, it's my
Hey.
landscaper Oscar. How's it
Cool.
going?
Nice to meet you.
I'm just. It's going good, you know. It's kind of dying down. It's getting colder now. a
Yeah,
little
no.
bit, but hey, what's up,
Keeping
Chris?
keeping our front yard and
So
backyard
you
all
also-
spick and span.
What's your name again?
Oscar.
Oscar. You also live in upstate New York, right?
Yeah, totally.
We're not doing the upstate
Cool.
thing, Dave.
No, I just wanted to like make sure like where you guys like operate and live. No, that's cool. Like, what is? I've never been that far up, but like, what's it like up there? Like, what's
Yeah,
Chris's lawn like?
Pearl River, New York, and Chris's lawn. I'll get to that. Pearl River,
Wait, what do you
New
mean?
York.
You'll get to that. Wait, no. Can we just skip to what's wrong with my lawn? I mean, don't you just do normal like landscaping stuff? I don't know what you mean. Like,
I mean, like, you guys could take better care of it. Like, did you?
well, isn't that what you're for? Like, we really don't have a lot of time.
I was more of a designer. You remember? Like, I didn't really do too much work when I was there. You remember, right?
I would see like a lot of people working really hard, and you were just kind of sitting there. like-
Yeah, Chris. You're such a good kid, man.
yeah.
All those years.
I never really
Gosh.
interact with you much. It would always just be like, I would be like, oh, the landscapers are here. Like,
Well, what do you mean, man? We hung out all the time. Like, you'd be going to, wherever. You'd walk outside sometimes and
yeah,
be like, hey.
I'd walk out the front door and give you a wave. You'd be sitting there. All the other guys would be like doing some sort of like, lawn mowing or leaf raking or, whatever it is they would do. And you'd be sitting there just kind of hanging out. So I'm sure you were doing something important. What were you, like the designer or architect? Or
I was just a field.
a field operative?
Yeah,
For the
I
landscaping
just
company?
worked, Chris, I gotta tell you the reason I'm here. Actually,
Oh, okay. Go for it.
I'm in kind of a bind. I'm not your landscaper anymore.
Oh,
Wh-
did you leave the company or did my parents?
What happened?
Yeah. I'm
Um,
not home. I'm at college. You're going to have to fill me
I'm
in.
not from upstate New York.
All
so.
right, so home's fine.
Okay,
Home
that's good.
is, okay, I got fired. That's what happened.
I'm
Oh.
so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it because you weren't like pulling your weight with the group? Because I can imagine.
I had some disagreements, of
Disagreements.
course. Like, hey, stop trying to like toss a ball around with while you're working.
Oh, they didn't like the fact that you were like playing.
Yeah, I would like
Basketball.
You know how I'd always like, hey Chris, let's shoot some hoops and like.
Yeah, you would invite me to play basketball.
That's
I-
a great landscaper. Really getting in touch with the client.
Yeah, I
clientele.
figured like
Wait,
I'm
you
really,
think so, Dave?
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean,
I feel like he should have been working.
well, listen, what's work without play? I mean,
Yeah, there you go. What's your name, son?
Dave
Oh,
Estrada.
I like this guy, Dave. He's good. He's good.
I think that's wrong. I think if
Listen.
you're hired to do a job,
Yeah.
once it's done,
Oh, wait,
you've
what do
done
you
it
mean?
well.
I'm doing my job.
Chris,
I'm entertaining the
Chris,
clients.
have you ever seen The Office?
I've seen some of The
How
Office.
much
yeah.
actual work do they do in The Office?
Based upon the show, not very much. But I mean, you only see 22 minutes out of an 8-hour day. So I'm
Whoa,
sure.
whoa. What? You think 22 minutes out of an 8-hour day isn't a lot?
That's plenty.
No, is that how much you would work on an 8-hour day? Only
Look,
22
Chris,
minutes?
That's a
not-
percentage.
Chris, let's not go there right now. I'm not here for that reason. I'm here because, you remember the good times we had during those,
I wish you were my landscaper.
yeah.
If I even had
There's
something to landscape.
You work 4.6% of the day. That's less than 5% of the day, which I'm going to
All right,
consider not working at all.
all right, so I was fired. I need your help. I need some cash.
I don't know if I want to help you.
I'm kind of curious. How did you find Chris?
Yeah, how'd you find me at Stevens? Honestly, I didn't.
How did you get in here?
How did you get from my hometown to this college?
Hitchhike.
You hitchhiked? You
You
needed to
were-
see me this desperately?
You were kind of the only person I had.
The child from a house for which you once landscaped.
I overheard my boss talking to your parents about your school,
Okay.
and
And you just decided to pop in and give me a visit. Honestly, I'm a little flattered, if I had to be honest. But,
I don't really have anyone to go to in a cash strap situation like this. I'm in a kind of a bind.
that's fine. But how much money are you asking for, buddy? I mean, I can lend you some, but not a whole lot. I mean, I think the better thing to do in this case is to get a job and work hard, if possible.
But that's not me, man. I'm
the
a people
problem
person.
seems. Excuse me.
I can't hold a traditional job. I'm too social. You remember? I was always trying to
Yeah, you're always trying to invite me to play basketball or baseball,
toss a
or
frisbee around while the
toss a
other guys
frisbee
were
around.
working.
or play the sit here and not landscape game. I think you made that one up, by the way. But I think the fact that you don't want to do landscaping, that's not. Just do something else.
I'm
What do you
young.
like to do?
I'm young.
Yeah, you're young.
I'm 35.
I would consider that young. 36 and up, I would say, is not young. So you're still there.
I'm 37.
Whoa, don't I have my foot in my mouth? Listen, Oscar, I'm sorry.
Oscar, I would be completely honest with you, man. I know the perfect place for you to work. And that's the Nintendo World Store, located at 10 Rockefeller Plaza, where the world comes to play.
Oh, yeah, if you love to play so much, why don't you work at the Nintendo store where work comes to play?
Where the world comes
Where
to
the
play.
world comes to play. Why don't you work at the Nintendo store?
You
then?
love playing so much, dude.
Yeah.
They're located on 48th Street between 5th and 6th Avenues.
Yeah, it's a classic New York
Via
location.
subway, you can go there by the B, D, F, and M to 47.
Thanks, Dave. If we didn't have you on this week, we wouldn't have known. So there you go, Oscar. You can work at the Nintendo store. That seems like
I don't know.
You
It
don't-
could be a career path.
yeah. I feel like anything is a good career move, considering you're unemployed.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm fit for Nintendo though. Is it me?
Let me set up a scenario for you. So as we know, when you were at my house landscaping, all you wanted to do is just sit around and play. So if you were to go to the Nintendo store, tell me exactly what you would do.
Can you guys be customers?
Okay. Oh, hi. I'd like to buy the new Legend of Zelda game.
Oh, it's cool, man. You wanna shoot some hoops?
Excuse me. I'm looking for the newest Wii Sports. Where can I find that?
Oh, it's right here after you catch this football, man.
Oh, dude, I love that Wii Sports incorporated football in the new Wii Sports. Wii
Yeah,
U.
I'm still here. Can you just ring me up, please? I just want this Legend of Zelda game.
Whoa,
purchased.
whoa.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
not
Hold
sports.
on. I'm gonna toss this cartridge to you like a frisbee.
Oh, I dropped it. I'm not athletically inclined. That's not something I am. Can you please ring up my Nintendo? All right, I'm gonna have to stop you here, Oscar. I don't think you'd be good at this job.
What indicated that?
Oscar, you're hired.
What, Dave?
Really? I'm hired?
But you work at the Nintendo store, Dave.
No, but I mean.
Oh, he
like,
would be hired?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, like you know, like the same way Brian was giving you. Oh,
I missed Brian. But I wasn't here for that one.
But Brian gave me free tickets for Saturday Night Live, and he said to just mention his name. So like, I kind of have the same authority at Nintendo World.
Nintendo World.
Just go to Nintendo World, say Dave sent you, and you're hired, man.
Cool.
Dave, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
I really connected with you.
All right. You know what?
I'm
Oscar.
gonna go now.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
this is a good idea. I think he's going to be a terrible employee and lose his job again.
Dude,
Come
I'll
back
see
here
you there.
begging for more money.
Thank you.
Okay. Goodbye. It was not nice seeing you again.
It was
Oscar.
fantastic meeting you, Oscar.
You know, Dave, when I walked in before, Matt was saying how you weren't on the same page with him. I kind of know what he meant. You just going against the host today.
Dude, you guys have fantastic guests.
Yeah. Well, here's Matt. Hey, Matt.
Matt's back. Matt,
Matt's back.
You missed a great guest.
No, you didn't.
I,
You missed a lazy, non-hardworking guest who wanted to like have cool
who
jobs.
was it?
He was like my landscaper from home who
What?
like
How did? What?
yeah, he like followed me here begging for money, and then Dave got him a job at Nintendo World.
But why you?
That's what I didn't know. I think he just whoever he could.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have escorted him out, but
You
took a nap.
You guys really take advantage of like you could take your guests for granted. I feel like you guys have really had fantastic guests today. It's like I connected with both of them. I could really like relate to them.
what?
If you
How?
love him so much, why don't you marry him, Dave?
You can't marry two people, Chris.
Not yet. Slippery slope.
Did you? Wow. I didn't think we'd get political today. Although we should. I mean, like, the Democratic debate was what?
So here's the thing. There was a
Yesterday.
Democratic debate last night. Here's the thing. I didn't watch it.
I have like half an hour left to watch. I was watching it like all
My
day
understanding was like Hillary Clinton was like, we should do this. And Bernie Sanders was like, no, we should do this. And there were like a couple other guys there who were saying some stuff.
I
That's
mean, I
that's my
watched-
interpretation
I
of it.
watched the presidential debate between Obama and Romney,
Mm-hmm.
and from what I saw, it's like Obama was like, we should do this, and Romney was like, we should do the same thing. And I was really confused. Like, it didn't really.
Yeah, that's the thing. Democrats and Republicans are like more, as far as I'm concerned, I think a lot of times they're like more similar than different when you want to get into it. Because it's like, you ever look at the political spectrum, it's like you've got the middle, and it's like Democrats are like a little left, and the Republicans are like a little right. And there's like still the whole spectrum.
That's kind of like the whole problem with art. I mean, I agree that this is a problem, but like a lot of people in the States kind of, that's a big problem with the political like scene in this country, and like why we don't have a big voter turnout, which is why Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump are both really important candidates, because they're both major deviations.
Yeah,
from,
yeah. Like
you know.
Bernie Sanders is like so different from all the other Democrats, and then same with Donald Trump with Republicans.
Yeah.
So they like the biggest standouts,
Yeah,
I guess you would say.
I mean, I think I'd rather have anyone other than Donald Trump as
Oh,
president.
well, yeah.
I think this joke has gone on for too long. Like,
Are we really doing this? We really starting the anti-Donald Trump thing?
Yeah.
it's not even.
It's like, I have a little bit of an unpopular opinion here, guys. And
I'm
I don't
not-
know who's going to agree with me and who's not. But I'm not a fan of the guy that no one
Chris.
likes, and I am a fan of the guy that everyone likes.
No.
So I'm just throwing that out here.
I didn't say I was a fan of anyone.
You said I'd have, or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just saying, like, it's really sad to see how far this has gone. Like,
Oh, no,
it
yeah.
doesn't seem serious to me. Is all I'm saying. Like I don't watch it enough to like say, oh, I know about politics. Like, you know, I really don't. Like, I registered as independent, not knowing that you needed to register as one of the parties in
No,
order
you
to
don't.
vote in primaries.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
oh,
voting
yeah,
primaries.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I
that's
jumped the gun on that,
actually
yeah.
a really bad choice, because voting in the primaries is very important.
Yeah, it's like the only election where your vote actually counts.
Yeah, so all I was
Especially
trying to say
since we're all
is-
New Yorkers here.
Oh yeah, all three of
Yeah.
us are from New York,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool.
It's a New York show. We've invaded.
Yeah, all these Stevens kids that are like, oh, Jersey. Guess what?
We took over.
I have like an abstract picture of New Jersey in my head where like all my friends have said they were from. So like, oh, I'm from here. I'm like, where's that? And they're like, South Jersey. So I'm like, okay, so like their heads are like down here, and then like one's in the middle.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, no one seems to be as interested in where I'm from as I am in them.
I never really noticed that there was like. I'm doing air quotes, by the way, for people who can't see, because like, it's a radio
Oh, I
show.
think I did that before.
I didn't realize there was a North Jersey and South Jersey, and apparently a Central Jersey. Like, I thought it was just all one awful state. No offense to everybody from New
Whoa.
Jersey.
No
but
offense to probably all of
but,
our
like,
Yes,
listeners.
Chris, we're doing the edgy opinion thing.
That's how.
Guys, New Jersey sucks. I'm sorry, Dave. What?
Good bit. No, like I honestly like did not know like that was a thing. That it was like, oh, I'm from North Jersey.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
what?
if you weren't from the tri-state area, you wouldn't say, oh, upstate New York.
True that.
Like
true
you
that.
wouldn't
I
say
think I was
that.
talking about this with somebody that like there's like no other state where they say they would like every other state would be like, oh, you're from North whatever, whereas like New York's the only one where they have like
Yeah,
an
like-
upstate.
I know some people from Texas and they don't do that.
Really? I mean, I've heard that from California, but then again,
Yeah, don't
the-
they say like Northern California or whatever, right?
Oh well, I have a friend that like lives in California, but he said upstate California, but that might be his like inner New York in him. And he's just like,
Oh, he's used to-
upstate, yeah.
I'm from upstate Oregon.
It's like, so Oregon.
Yeah. I'm
Canada?
yeah. I'm from upstate Kentucky.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
doesn't have-
they like it's not it's like a really minimal, like not minimal. I guess just like a local thing. Like you don't
yeah,
really.
yeah.
It'd be really confusing when you get to like I feel like you usually upstate for like West Virginia because it'd be confusing. Be like, I'm from Northwest Virginia.
Oh yeah, that's true. From Northwest Virginia.
Like
I never thought about that.
why? Like how come like so many unique states names happen and then there's like North Dakota, South Dakota, North Carolina, South Carolina. Like let's come up with something new.
It's like, come on, guys, it's about time.
Yeah.
It's been going on a
Let's
little while.
unify the Dakotas and Carolinas, guys.
No, that's the thing where it's like, all right, so 50 is like a cool number, right?
Yeah.
So like 50 states is like a great number. So like I propose that like, because I know a lot of people like Puerto Rico isn't a state, but some people want it to be. It's like, all right, if we're gonna have a 51st state, 51's not a good number. We would have to combine the Dakotas because like I'm pretty set at an even 50.
Yeah.
That made me think of something. Like Dave, you mentioned this at dinner one night. You're Cuban, right? Your family from Cuba.
Yeah, my family comes from Cuba.
So you mentioned like you want to go to Cuba before it gets like Americanized now with
Yeah.
the recent stuff. Like, can you want to talk about like what happened recently and stuff? Like,
Sure, yeah. So anybody who doesn't know, back in the 50s, during the Cold War, Cuba went through revolution, communist revolution, and has been under control from the Castro family basically for like the past 50 years. And the U.S. put an embargo on Cuba, so like no trade is happening at all until recently when Obama has been negotiating with the Cuban government, and they opened up relations already. Actually, there's embassies in both countries now, and it's really great. And a big concern, or not a big concern, but like a concern for a lot of Cuban Americans is, the culture of Cuba, because Cuba, a lot of the Caribbean is really Americanized, and it kind of suffers from like, it's like a beautiful country, but everything feels a little bit out of place because like you're on the beach in like an exotic land, and then there's McDonald's, Starbucks like right behind you. Kind of takes you out of it, and it like a lot of people kind of don't like that. And like a good thing about Cuba is it doesn't have that because America's not allowed in there, so it's just pure Caribbean like paradise.
Oh, that's
Besides all like the poverty and stuff.
yeah, right. I was gonna say.
But like from the resort's standpoint, like a tourist standpoint, like it's a beautiful country. It's untouched. But like now, all you Americans are gonna go there and just like
All you Americans.
and you're gonna capitalize it. I don't know. Like I always feel weird because like I don't identify as American. No, I don't like feel 100% American, and like, but like I'm not from Cuba, so like it's and I feel like that's a really common thing with a lot of Hispanics because you're literally right in between two pretty different cultures.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's interesting. I feel like with Hispanic people, they tend to be a lot more in touch with their cultural heritage than a
Yeah.
lot of like maybe white people, just because due to the fact that it's like, oh, Europe.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I kind of envy that because my dad's parents were both born in Italy, so like my dad's not really like that far from it, but they
Yeah.
weren't. They didn't bring that big of a family with them.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't a whole lot of culture because, Gramps was always working and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Mom, kind of white bread too. Like no real cultural thing. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
to
that's-
see to see really real cultural heritage. I think that's what makes America great, as well as like the things
Yeah,
like that. Like
totally.
it's cool to see.
Yeah.
So
No, totally.
and like so you're planning on going soon and stuff like that.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely love to. Because I went when I was 3, and people never believe me when I say I remember that far back, but I do.
Yeah, no.
And
that's
it was
cool.
it was an okay experience. Like, I mean, I was young,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Mhm.
like I don't remember anything bad, but I know that like it was kind of messed up, and like for example,
Oh.
no, like this isn't gonna be like, for example, soldiers killed my family. Like, it's just gonna be like, for example, there were like potholes all over the roads and stuff like
okay.
that. And, like
Did
the
you
infrastructure is like really bad.
Did you say your grandma's house didn't have a roof?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, it was raining. We run into my grandma's apartment building, and it's still raining. And we're like, wait a minute, that's not right.
Whoa.
That's like a glitch in a video game.
Yeah,
When it's raining
exactly.
outside, you go inside, it's still raining.
That's exactly what it was like. But I mean, it's a great place, like, definitely, and like I feel like it's definitely gonna go in a
Yeah.
great direction. And like the thing about Cuba, which is really depressing, is like it should be like probably like one of the like most like wealthiest nations, like especially in the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it should be like the 3rd wealthiest country, but so many, and this is one of the reasons that the revolution was so successful was because America was basically like stealing resources from Cuba, and people didn't like that. But like now they're not really trading their resources with anybody because like they really can't.
Mm-hmm.
But like they have a lot of resources that like could be used, and like not much can be done with it.
Hmm.
And like they can't make money off of it.
No.
But one of these days we're gonna take over the world.
Cuba shall rise again.
I don't think that'd be a good thing even for you, Dave. You were
Yeah,
born
no.
here. Like,
I'll definitely like try to like go back and they'd be like, "What are you doing here?
Yeah.
¿Qué te estás diciendo aquí?"
Yeah, we didn't have to blur that out because it was in Spanish. It also wasn't a swear word.
It wasn't at all. It's what I said. What are you doing here in Spanish?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, Dave's speaking Spanish. It might be bad.
It's a wild card.
We gotta just hit the button.
Well,
Yeah, that was
Donald
that was
Trump isn't
cool.
president yet. I can speak Spanish.
Oh
still.
no. Yeah, but freaking Brian would have loved that sketch.
yeah, I bet he would have. Didn't meet him though, and Oscar probably would have loved not working.
Tossing a baseball.
Oh,
Wait, how did you know about that?
Did he mention
Matt?
that to you? He must have mentioned that to you. That's the only way you could have
threw me
known
a
that.
frisbee on his way out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He had a backpack full of.
Yeah. No.
Sports
Ball.
equipment.
Yeah. No. For. Okay.
What? Wait, why did you just laugh at like balls, like footballs? And
Because
are you a child?
because I'm 12 years old now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dave Estrada, everybody.
Dave Estrada
The
was
youngest college student.
Well, Dave,
age
thanks
I'm
for
a
being
prodigy.
Dave. Thanks for being on our show
Yeah,
this
thank
week.
you so
Thanks
much,
for having
Dave.
me.
That
It was a
was great.
pleasure.
I'll call in next week to correct you guys.
Yeah.
Please.
We'll talk about Alcatraz.
Oh, whatever we talked about that week.
Something
Yeah, that was great.
Air Bud or New York related.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And,
Or-
I feel like we should have like an actual outro. like
Yeah, let's
thank
work
you-
on that. Let's set up an
yeah.
intro and outro for next week.
Yeah.
Let's do
so
that.
like, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. We just do this for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. They actually used to have a radio show called It Came from Jacobus.
Who's they?
Off Center.
Oh, okay.
And I believe the hosts were Zane Schacht and Will Reniger.
I know Will was. I don't know who the co-host was.
Yeah.
I didn't have a name. I don't know.
I want to say it was a guy named Zane. I do not recall, however.
Before
We're
our
relatively
time.
new here, so.
Yeah.
What's up?
I think it was before our
way
time.
before our time, actually, like a few years.
Cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's so weird. Like a lot of like senior people I met that I was like, wow, these guys are cool and like quirky. They're like gone, and now it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just like, dude, college is crazy. We're doing a radio show with friends. Like, how
Can't
does this
beat
ever
that.
happen? Yeah, can't beat it. Can't beat it. I had a good time tonight, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
this was
you.
fun.
This is fun. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
No, so thank you all for listening. We're
Yes.
off center. Well, we're off air
Off Center's very own radio show here on WCPR.
every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah,
So
that's
tune
us.
in.
And we also have a SoundCloud. We post it on Facebook. So if you like the show, friend us on Facebook. I'll accept a friend request.
I won't.
I will. Well, you're not on the show, Dave.
Yeah,
so
like, you're-
that doesn't apply to you. So
Yeah. Although, thank you
Get
for
out.
plugging the show on your wall. Let me see how many likes it got.
0.
I liked it.
Okay, 1.
Oh yeah, thank you everyone for
all
listening.
right, thanks everybody.
Have a good
See
night.
you next week. Later.